Hi, apologies. I'm at a very bad setup right now, so I'm doing what I can. But here's the set that I got. It's not entirely memorized. I've got a note card with a few words on it so I can remember the order, but I should have it done by tomorrow. Okay. Hi! For those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy that people keep calling Harry Potter because you can't think of another fictional character that wears glasses. Clark Kent. The dude from Atlantis. Velma. Like, you had options here, is what I'm saying. But I digress. I think everybody in Harry Potter is a moron. And the reason that I think that is because they've got access to, like, infinite stores of magic. They can do whatever they want with the flick of a wand. And whenever they get into a fight scene, it looks like a third grader's laser tag birthday party. Like, you have magic. You could be doing this like the Madame Mim fight in the Stone, but no. Laser, like you're in Star Wars. There are so many good spells in Harry Potter that you could use, like Accio. Accio is the most overpowered spell in Harry Potter. And the reason why, because for those of you who don't know, Accio pulls anything towards you at high speed with no limitations. So, what was stopping Harry from saying Accio Voldemort's skull? I'm just saying that would have solved a lot of problems. And if you needed confirmation that it was in fact Voldemort's skull, you could check for the lack of a nose, or check for the socket at the back of Professor Quirrell's head. But, anyway, it could have solved a lot of problems, is what I am saying. Like, Harry's like, oh, how am I supposed to get the golden egg from the dragon? Accio egg. Boom. How am I supposed to rescue my best friend from the mermaids? Accio Ron. You wanna get rid of all the... Oh, I gotta get the dark wizards. Accio magnetic poles of the earth. Bam. Problem solved. A lot of new problems caused, but they are all, deceased now. And, like, people keep telling me, oh, well, Ethan, not all of the spells in Harry Potter are just used as lasers. What about the Patronuses? A Patronus is just a laser deer. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like a lot of these jokes are funnier if you're not a fan of Harry Potter, because I know that all the Harry Potter fans in the audience are just sitting there seething, like, he got the lore wrong. That's not right. Like, I've already had a person talk to me about this. Like, they said to me that, like, the Patronuses only... Accio only works on living creatures. Cool. We'll get to that in a moment, because the honest thing is that the only limitation to this is... I stuttered, sorry. You can only use Accio on living creatures. That's all well and good, but did Voldemort have breakfast this morning? Accio Voldemort's pancakes. Bam! Dark Lord of Evil is now lurching rapidly towards you, gut first, and you save the world from the comfort of your armchair. Fact is, the only limitation of magic in the Harry Potter universe is the limits of J.K. Rowling's imagination, which does not go nearly as far as she thinks it does. On the topic of breakfast food, what do villains eat? Like, they're all, the bones of my enemies and Denny's. Like, no, okay, but what do they eat? Like, is Lex Luthor rolling out of bed in the morning, like, making himself a nice breakfast burrito and then, getting to work trying to vaporize Superman? Is Sauron enjoying a nice bowl of oatmeal before going back to being a giant flaming eye? Like, the reason why we don't know about all this stuff, to be honest, is because nobody cares. You do not care what Darth Vader is consuming in the morning, and the answer is whatever is through a straw. But, and for the same reason, they're not stopping Lord of the Rings every few pages in order for Merry and Pippin to take a pee break. You do not care. So that is why, for the first time, I can tell you, I can make all this up, and nobody can disprove me. So, here's Voldemort's canonical, actual, probably legitimate breakfast thing. This just says ibuprofen and cereal. Honestly, I appreciate the coincidence. But, like, I don't know. I think Voldemort's a terrible villain, I'll be honest. He his claim to fame is that he's bald and doesn't have a nose, and he failed to assassinate a baby that one time. And, like, that's not... He was trying to take down an infant, and that's not that hard. He could literally just leave a fork somewhere near an electrical outlet and call it good. But no, he had to resort to, oh, I gotta use the ultra-powerful killing curse on the... No, man. Come on. You got better options than that. Like, anyway, he failed to assassinate a baby. And then years later, he tries again to assassinate the now grown baby. And he fails at that as well. Because he does the same thing that didn't work the first time again. He is a buffoon. I will say, I think Harry Potter is a stronger villain than Voldemort. Partially because he's really mean to his friends, and also partially because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't get called Harry Potter frequently. And I hate that. So, curse you, Harry the Potter. I honestly don't know a lot about Harry Potter. As a kid, I was more into Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson is a great series, obviously. It's all about Greek mythology and whatnot. But it was never going to catch on as much as Harry Potter did. And the reason why is the house system. For both of them have like the house system where they divide everybody up into different clubs. For Harry Potter, you have the like different emotions basically to put into, like, oh, I'm brave. I'm 8 years old. I could be in Gryffindor. I'm smart, Ravenclaw. I'm evil, Slytherin. I'm something, Hufflepuff. But for Percy Jackson, it's all based on lineage. So you'd be going up like, oh yeah, I would totally be a son of Hermes. No, you wouldn't, because you're a son of Paul. And Paul would prefer that his firstborn child doesn't talk like that. I do think Percy Jackson is a better protagonist, though, because, like, Harry Potter confronts Voldemort, and he beats him by coming up with this elaborate scheme known as J.K. Rowling ran out of ideas and has him talk Voldemort to death. I'm pretty sure Percy Jackson would have just stabbed the guy. Accio massive chest trauma. That's all I got.